Hello, welcome to Captain Quentin Haney Boater Education. I'm Captain Michael Quentin Haney. I have a 200-ton nearshore master's license. I'm a broker for Curtis Stokes and Associates, and I do boater education. On today's episode, we're going to discuss the handling characteristics of a single-engine outboard vessel. So what are the handling characteristics of an outboard vessel, and how can you use these to effectively operate your boat? In order to understand the handling characteristics of an outboard engine vessel, you have to understand how the boat sits in the water. On the board behind me, I have a model of a pier and an outboard engine vessel. For this lesson, we will be using one side of the console, and the rudder indicator will show where the position of the engine is. So what are the handling characteristics? When an outboard engine vessel is sitting in the water, typically it sits lower in the stern because of the weight of the engine and higher in the bow. There really is no pronounced keel on the bottom of the boat, and this is because the hull is typically a planing hull, which means when you apply power to the engine, the boat gets up on top of the water and runs along. At that point, it takes very little input from your engine in order to change direction. But at slow speed, an outboard engine vessel can become difficult to operate and also get you into problems. Why is this? The deepest portion of a keel on an outboard engine vessel is right at the bottom of the stem. And when you apply power to the vessel and get it heading into a forward direction, and then turn the engine, because of the fact that there is not much keel on the bottom, the boat will have a tendency to slide as it turns. If you get in that position and you begin to slide like this and you drop the engine in reverse and leave the position of the engine the same, then the vessel will pull itself back straight. If you leave it in reverse and turn it to starboard, whatever slide you've got going will be enhanced and the boat will slide more. So how do you effectively make an outboard engine vessel turn without having this sliding involved? In order to turn an outboard engine vessel effectively, you first turn the engine and then apply power. This is because the stem of the vessel is the furthest point of resistance away from the engine, and it's typically also the deepest point of the keel. You want to rotate, when you do this configuration, you want to rotate this vessel around the stem. And in order to do this, you have to first turn the engine and then apply power. If you have any kind of forward momentum built up and you try to turn, the boat will slide. One of the problems that I see that people have is when they need to make a 90-degree turn into a slip or into a boat ramp. So if you've got a 90-degree turn here, we've got on the board, we've got our outboard engine vessel, and we've got a slip here on the port side, and we're going to make a turn so that we come in. So how do you do this without overshooting or sliding? As you're coming in, if you have forward momentum built up, you need to check that momentum. Go into neutral as you come alongside the slip. Drop the boat in reverse. As soon as the boat starts coming back in reverse, give yourself about 15 degrees, 20 degrees of starboard rudder, and allow the stern to be pulled around to the starboard. As you begin to get squared up with the slip, put the boat in neutral, turn the engine to port, and come ahead. And as you line yourself up with the slip, slide on in. If you have forward momentum built up, you have to check this forward momentum in order to be able to effectively turn the boat. You do not have enough keel below the boat to turn while you're headed forward and expect yourself to make an arcing turn in a 90-degree angle. So remember, as you're coming in, the best thing to do is to stop the forward momentum of the boat. And once you get this momentum stopped, turn in the direction that you want to go, and apply power. You can apply a significant amount of power like this, and it will bring the boat back around square. You really can't get into trouble like this. If you don't do it this way and you have a lot of momentum applied, you have no option of speeding up here. You cannot apply more power and go faster to try to get the boat to come around. All it will do is go straighter, and you'll end up crashing or having bigger problems. So just remember, keep your momentum in check and use your reverse with rudder in order to pull the boat around, and then allow yourself to go into the slip. There are many other situations and many other handling characteristics on an outboard engine vessel that you can use to help you in all kinds of situations, but I think you'll find this one helps you a pretty great deal. If you have any other situations or you have any other questions, please send them to me and we'll diagram them here on the board and see what we can come up with. If you like the page, please subscribe below and let me know your thoughts and comments. Thank you very much.